All right, y'all. Here we are. Let me make sure my sound is right. Okay. Yeah, I think my sound is right. Here we are, man. Here we are. And we back again with the great Charleston White, right? And this idiot's dumbness has no limit, man. Has no limit of time, man. So he said a lot of things about the Nation of Islam and being a literal card carrying member of the Nation of Islam. I want to dispute some of the things that he was saying, right? Okay, so let's get to it, man. Now, this is when he did a interview on a show called The Danza Project, and hopefully they don't have a problem me using their content if they have I'm not monetized, so I'm not gonna make no money off of it. But some people still don't want you to use their content like Vlad and all they, you know, they, I get it. You know what I'm saying? He works hard for it, but hopefully they won't mind me just disputing. I'm not trying to use their content to make money or get views or nothing. We don't. Even when I talk about Charleston, nobody watches me. But I just want to point out some of the inconsistencies and some of the just straight out errors in what he was saying. Right? Okay, so let's let Charleston speak for himself.
Come here. Oh, I guess I can't come here no more.
I went everywhere they said I can't go.
Exactly. We watched you all do it. Anybody who got
even if there's black Muslims there?
Yeah, I went to Farrakhan house. Yeah, my daddy.
Okay, you hear what he said? I went to Farrakhan house. What you do? You went up to and knocked on the front door. What happened? I went to Farrakhan's house, Nick. Right? Okay. What you do, Charleston? Did you go to the front door, the back door? Which door did you go to? You just said you went to his house. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see what happened.
Live right across the street from Farrakhan house. So I went to my daddy's house to smoke weed before we went to the airport, and Farrakhan security saw that it was me, and they came to greet. Yeah.
Wait a minute. I thought you went to the house. Hold up. Oh, yo, daddy live across the street. Oh, wait, what? Wait a minute. Did you go to the house or didn't you go to the house? First you said you went to the house. Now you saying you didn't go to the house. His security saw you and they went out to greet you. Okay. Those are two different things that's happening, right? Those are two different things that are happening. All right, here we go. Or maybe it's me. Maybe I'm crazy. Okay, let's continue.
And Farrakhan told them, y'all better leave, y'all don't bother. So they under order. Now, I know they ain't like them other
I understand.
Shiite.
Now I understand because Mr. Farrakhan is so forgiving, right? That he will let a lot of stuff go, especially if it's black on black situations. He will let a lot of stuff go because he don't want to see black people at odds with each other, right? He's the type of person that wants to squash it behind the scenes if there's an issue. But you think Mr. Farrakhan got an issue with this knucklehead? Who got an issue with him? His own mouth is going to be his undoing. His own mouth is going to be his undoing. So what, like, he tried to make it sound like he striking terror in the heart of Mr. Farrakhan. You ain't striking no terror in the heart of nobody. Like you said, you 5 foot nothing, 110 pounds. Who's gonna be scared of you? Right? Man, shout to student captain Mustafa. Man, one punch, he'll put you way in the cemetery, man. Way in the cemetery. Ain't nobody scared of you. But okay, man, you want to tell a story like You know, all of us in the nation is like, we shaking every time you run around. Okay, here we go.
Muslims, the black Muslims over here is broken in spirit. They ain't no motherfucking suicide bomber kind of. They ain't gonna kill nobody in the name of religion. Yeah, they'll beat you up.
Yeah, we will if you mess with us. But we ain't finna go out and mess with you. We are never the aggressor. We ain't gonna go out and beat with you. And you're right. We're not the type of Muslims that's gonna go out there and jump on an airplane, allegedly, right? And put 2 airplanes through 2 buildings. We're not gonna do that. Because that's not how we roll. God is our leader. God is our leader. And God ain't telling us to jump in no airplane and take. God is our leader. God tell us to do something, then we got to look at it and do it. But I ain't heard God say, y'all got to jump in the airplane and crash it. No. All right, let's continue, man.
They'll jump on you. But these Muslims over here ain't gonna take no airplane and run it into no motherfucking building, these black Muslims.
You're right about that.
Elijah Muhammad prohibit Muslims from carrying guns.
Yes.
Why is Amazon paying me $63,000 a month? Well, I didn't make this kind of.
So the black Muslims don't pose a threat. Yeah, they want to hurt me because.
Well, we don't pose a threat to you. Pose a threat to the white tribal, what are those guys called? Supremacists. White tribal supremacists. White tribal supremacists. Clan, what do you mean white tribal supremacists? Well, back before we had education, we thought that all of this violence and wickedness that white people that wanted to hold slaves was just directed to us. We didn't recognize they've been doing this stuff to each other. They've been doing it. They've been doing this kind of evil to each other. They just perfected it on us. But I digress. Let me let your hero Charleston continue.
I'm 5'9", 120 pounds, and it's easy to hurt me.
Now you laying that down like we want to hurt him. Who want to hurt you? You gonna hurt yourself. Eating all that pork, you gonna hurt yourself. We didn't let you know. We just leave you alone, man. 20 years when you come up with stomach cancer, we just leaving you alone, man. What we got to do? What we got to do? Mr. Farrakhan outlived almost all of his enemies, right? We ain't got to do nothing. Your own mouth is gonna kill you. Your own vices will kill you. I don't know why you talking about us anyway. We ain't got nothing to do with you. But let me move on.
But you've never seen the Muslims during no police shooting, from Trayvon Martin to Mike Brown to Breonna Taylor. You never seen the bow tie. And
no, you never seen. Don't say that. Just because the news media don't want to show us out there. Man, let me tell you something about the nation, man. They come to us and say, hey, my son got killed on the corner. I don't have no money. Can you help me? My baby's missing. Can you help me? This happened in the neighborhood. Can you help us? There's about to be a war between this gang and that gang. Can you help us? You think the news media gonna come out here and show you that? You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. And those of y'all that listen to this clown, you better watch what he says. This idiot finna lead you right to hell, straight to hell, no corners, just straight to hell, right? All right, let's continue.
Uniform, in sync, hollering the police, no justice or else.
Why do we ain't got to holler nothing. We know our enemy. Ain't none of that. We might be at a rally or something to support you doing that, But we know we know better than doing that. We know all these years of the marching ain't nothing changed. We not marching. We trying to teach our people. We trying to prep them. We like Lot. We like Noah. We like Moses. We trying to prep our people for the day of, for the great day of change that's coming. We trying to prep them. Jesus said, come out of her. Come out of her. Who's her? America's value system. Come out of her. That's not what God don't. God, they try to make it sound like God got the same alignment of values as the America, as the country of America. Get out of here, man. And especially, white people in particular. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. You can't find no alignment between God and them at no point in the history of their being here. You can't find an alignment between God and them. Nowhere. Only thing you can find is a few of them that recognize the truth, but they got to hide it. They can't even be out front. They can't say the truth out front. Just like they had to come to Nicodemus. Nicodemus came to Jesus by night. Why? Because he couldn't let people see him with Jesus. Right? The Jewish leaders come to Mr. Farrakhan by night. Can't be seen with him. But do they know he's right? Why would they come and see a person that supposedly wanted them all dead? See, man, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Well, now I don't say y'all, but you. Right? You think everybody thinks like you. They just niggardly. Everybody ain't like that, man. Because some of us believe in God. And we believe in God. We believe in a God that create the universe. He got our back. And who's afraid of you? Get out of here. These devils love you. You are a shining example of their 400 years of oppression and slavery. You are the perfect shining example. Why do you think they gave you a residency? Why do you think they put you on a Live Nation tour? Because you're trying to save black people? Get out of here, man. Get out of here. You think they would be putting you on a tour if you was trying to save black people and help black people? You're just another nigga chasing the bag. That's all you are. And eventually, they're going to do you like they do every other nigga chasing the bag. They're going to twirl you around. They're going to bring you along. Then they're going to twirl you around. And then when you get they make sure you so fixed on the bag, that's when they say, oh, like Eddie Griffin said, how bad do you really want to be in show business? And they unzip their pants on the other side of the desk. How really bad do you want to be in? See, that's what's gonna happen. But y'all stupid enough to think y'all can get around that. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna get around it. Okay. All right, let's continue with I lit the flare cans last week.
So let me break this shit down, homie, since they think the Muslims, homie, you ain't never seen them go against the gangbangers.
Why do we don't gotta go against the gangbangers? Mr. Farrakhan said the gangs are God, that's God's enemy. They just don't know. God's army. He said that the gangbangers are God's army. He said they just don't know. They under a spell. They enchanted. They think they're each other's enemy. They just don't know yet. Once that knowledge comes to them, then what? We don't need to go against no gangs. We go against wrongdoing. But we ain't got to go against no gang. Come on, stop it, man. Stop it. We're trying to encourage our brothers and our little sisters to come out of that mentality that has them trapped in that kind of thinking where they are always involved in this fratricide. They don't realize they working for the enemy by being enemies with themselves. But that's another story. But you don't know what you're talking about on this.
Because the Muslim religion allowed the street to still play gangster in the name of Akbar Allah.
Oh, just like the Christian religion, right? Man, I don't care what religion somebody got. If they want to be a gangster, they're going to be a gangster. They'll claim whatever religion they want to. Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, there are garments. They are a garment. And each person is going to wear that garment the way they want to wear it. Some going to wear the garment the right way. Some of them going to wear it twisted. Some of them going to wear it halfway. Where's the other half of your garment? Oh, it's too hot. I don't want to wear it. They're going to do what they want to do. That's how you know who's really about this God life. Who's really about God life? You see how they move. And see how they talk and walk. This idiot, this clown is an idiot. Man, if you listen to anything this dude say, man, you need to go check yourself. That's a very suspect perspective.
Allah, Bismillah, the Rockman, the Raheem bullshit. They still let them push the street codes. That's why they can still do what they do as Muslims. That's why when you see...
Okay. What about Christians? What about Jews? I mean, anybody can say they're any religion and still push whatever program they want to push, right? See, just dumb for no reason. Actually, it is a reason, right? He is going to be a very useful tool for the enemy to show them that, you can show the world and other black people, if you just get with the enemy, you'll have money. You'll have, like he said, he moving up the ladder on, asset wise, right? All right.
Whether it's the basketball player, the boxing, the rapping, or the street, when they embrace Islam, you don't see no real transformation in their actions.
That is a bold-faced lie. That's a lie from the pits of hell. I've seen so many men that when they came to Islam, man, they was just out of sorts. I've been there since 1991. I've seen so many men came. Now, I agree. Well, I will agree. Let me say this. I can't say that every man that came to Islam stuck with it. I can't. But I've seen so many that have, and their life got transformed, including my own. I'm a living witness. I should have been dead 3 or 4 times. But my belief and my faith helped me. And then God rewarded my faith. Come on now. All right, let's get back to this idiot.
These remain the same. Yeah, they give up eating pork, but they keep sucking.
How do you know what every Muslim is doing? Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But it's a process. Nobody don't just give it all up all at once. It's a process. We walking through. It's a process.
That's true too.
They keep eating ass.
He don't know what we not. I don't know no Muslims that's eating from somebody's rectum. Not saying it ain't happening. I'm saying I don't know any. And definitely I don't know no ones that's professing that they doing something like that. I know somebody like you, teeth all rotten, breath all stinking. I know you doing that. But now you're trying to project it onto us, right? Let's keep going.
They'll stick their tongue in any hole's mouth.
It's like almost convenient.
Man, them suck. That they bleed for 7 days. That is just as filthy as that pig. You sucking cum. Any
I don't need to stop no more. Let me go.
eat ass. So don't act like Allah Muhammad, brother man, don't eat ass.
I'm acting like it. I wish this dude would challenge me, man. I wish this dude would come and say, Clarence, since you challenging what I say, let's sit down and talk about it. I'd smoke him like a blunt. This dude is ridiculous, man. How can you speak for a whole community that you don't even belong to? That kills me. You got the balls to put no kind of restrictions on yourself so that you could be a godly man. So you want to impugn other people so that you don't look that bad. That's what's really going on here. In my opinion.
That's fecal matter, E. coli bacteria. You don't.
How'd you put us with that? Which Muslim told you they was out there doing that? I don't know no Muslim that's out there doing something like that. But you see how sorry this dude is? He tried to flip that kind of weirdo shit on us. You ain't got no documented nothing that says that's a part of our practice.
Think that's worse than the Pope? So they be talking, homie. And
I always wonder where that came from.
You don't know, we be praying. That's what we be doing. We be praying.
I don't know, where did the indoctrination of that come from here in America?
The slave masters, because you have to understand, homie, the Arabs were the first slave masters over the Africans.
That is a lie. The Africans were the first slave masters over the Africans. The Arabs were the first, what do you call that? What's the word I want to? Commercial slave masters. The Arabs were the first commercial slave masters. Let's get that straight. There was slaves way before the Arabs came, way before the Caucasian came. But it was a whole nother setup. Slavery was a whole nother thing at that time. When they introduced the Arabs created a commercial situation for it. And it was the crack of the time. Anyway, let's continue.
Arabs are the ones who showed the Europeans how to do this slave trade.
Finally, he said something correct. All right, let's give him that one. See, look, he got a sign here, nigga nation. What is a nigga? A nigga is nothing. According to the gangbangers, right? They kill each other. Think, I kill niggas, right? A nigga's nothing. So it's nothing nation. But I'm here to help black people, right? But I had to switch out of this character, switch into this character. All right, let's continue.
So it was the Arabs who introduced Arab, Islam, Muslim to their slaves.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Let's back that up. Islam has always been around. Now, the Quran had been introduced to the Arabs, and the Arabs then took it around to try to introduce to other people. But Islam has been around for trillions of years. Trillions of years, Clay? Trillions of years. So said the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Why? Matter of fact, let's talk about this. Why would you need a book? Why would you need a book called the Holy Bible or the Holy Quran or the Old Testament, why would you need these books? Right? And why would they come so late in the genealogy of human beings? Like the Elijah Muhammad taught us, we've been here for trillions of years. You think this is the first car that's been on the planet? You think this is the first airplane that's been on the planet? Well, whatever. Okay. Anyway, we've been here for trillions of years. Huh? Islam been here for trillions of years. We never needed no books. We need books when you got a new person that comes on the planet that is their physical and emotional, spiritual body does not conform to the teachings of the God of the universe. You can't just say things to them or not say things to them. Right? Everything that God does doesn't have to be said. Right? The original man can feel that vibration, and that vibration can let him know what's going on. But these other people, they don't have that. So you got to spell it out in a book form to them so that they can have an opportunity, have a mercy to try to change their wicked ways. They need a book form to do it. They try to break down the way they practice Islam. I will give you that. But Islam always been here since the beginning of time. Because God been here since the beginning of time. All Islam means is peace. The word Islam means peace. How do you get peace? You have order. You have control. You have checks and balances. That's how you have peace. You can't have one person or one entity that can just run over everybody else. That ain't peaceful. That creates animosity and vengefulness in the people. But when you have everybody that have a natural flow to what God's word says, you don't need no books. We've been in all these millions of years. We don't need no books. This person just got here. That's why you have to put a book together for them. This other person came right behind them. They need a book. But that's a whole nother story. Come on.
The Christian came with his, say so Bulgaria bull during that council, right? We don't know if none of these books are true, homie, because for one, when we get them, they're copyrighted.
Okay. Now we moved into the justification why I won't accept any discipline of any religious order, because we don't know if these books are true. Can you find out if there's truth in these books? Can you find out what difference does it make if the players or characters in the books are real or not real? What makes a difference is the idea, is the intent, is the universal ideology that God is trying to relay to you. That's what's important. That's what's important. But see, you won't get that. Why? Because like the Quran said, these books are sealed to the disbeliever. They seal. What do you mean? You can still open the book. You can open the book to turn the pages, but the true meanings are sealed to you because you don't even believe in God. You don't believe in the devil. You don't believe in right and wrong. You don't believe in it. You don't believe that God can actually help you. That's okay. When that stomach cancer or that lung cancer hits you, I bet you'll be singing a different tune at that point. I don't wish that on you. I'm just doing the mathematics. If you're smoking for the most of your life, you're gonna burn up your lungs. I mean, you literally putting fire paper in your lungs. Eventually, you eating out of a plastic box every day, and a lot of it's pork. You laughing now. But when they pulling you into that chemo, I don't wish that on you. I'm just doing the math. I'm just doing the math. If I keep playing Russian roulette, at some point, the bullet is going to hit me. I'm going to get caught slipping. That's just the mathematics. That's the odds of the situation. Let's continue, man. We got to get done here.
Think about that, homie.
Whoa.
Every Bible and every Quran, it's copywritten.
It's copywritten.
So it's been edited, it's been rewrote, even in the translation.
So this is my reason why I don't have to abide by any rules. I can be the slave master's dream. A nigga with his head on fire, trying to get at every black woman in the black community, trying to create envy and jealousy in the black community and strife, one with my other brothers. Right? You doing such a good job. They give you a residency in Nevada, right? According to you. You're doing such a good job. Live Nation gonna put you on tour. Look at the nigga we just signed. And you go out there on that stage. And now, nigga, go on out there and say them ugly words and talk to your people like they a piece of shit. Go on out there now. I sure will, boss. They're gonna have my money for me. Yeah, I have your silver pieces right here for you. I sure appreciate you, boss.
When they translate the words don't have the same meanings in English that it does in Hebrew. And come on, homie.
That's why. See, this is my point. She's trying to translate things in English. You have to translate things in spirit. When you read these words, does your spirit move? That's how you know if they're real. Does your spirit move? Can you see yourself being a better person upon applying this information to you? See, that's how you tell if a book, forget it being copyrighted. What ain't been copyrighted? What ain't been copyrighted? Right? Come on, man. Stop. You are a walking copyright, a walking orangutan in a zoo. Nigga, you going out there to the zoo of Las Vegas, right? Get on them stages. You ain't got no ass, so they can't pay you to shake your ass. But you got a mouth that can turn our people against each other. So they let you go on stage and say a bunch of stupid shit. So that white tribal supremacy can calm down. They say, well, no, we still got niggas, we still got them out here, boss. We still got some of them on remote control out here. As long as we give them enough money, they'll keep approaching their people and leading their people astray. You are a wicked shepherd. A wicked shepherd. And I have no envy for you. I don't envy you or nothing. I just hope you're not talking to these kids. But now you're talking about Minister Farrakhan, you're talking about the nation. Now I got to step in. I left you alone for a long time, Charleston. I remember when you threatened to ARP a 6 and 7-year-old little girl. I remember when you did that. I remember when you said all Asians need to die just because they was born Asian. I remember when you said that. I got videos of me checking you on saying stuff like that. I remember when you said that the Asians was gonna die because they ain't got no they ain't got no soul, just like the rainbow community. I remember when you said that. There's so many other things. So many other things. But now I can't believe these people are talking to you like you have some type of knowledge. Like you are a respected source of information. You don't know what the F you talking about. But these guys are actually talking to you like you got some kind, like you're you're balanced and you got some information that's reputable. You are unreputable, Charleston White. Unreputable at all. You just a nigga with a master with more money than the average nigga that's out here working every day. Your master's got a little more money. He can bless you with a little more bread. But they're gonna take you on a circus tour on Live Nation and put you on that that stage where you can do your whole monkey act, right? Shout out to you.
It's different.
So I call bull on all them because I watched all these go, they convert. These ain't born in Islam. These is converted.
Convert. We ain't got to convert to Islam. Islam is our nature. We have to be reintroduced to Islam, but Islam is our nature as black people. That's our nature. Righteousness, submitting to God. That's our nature. We only ran into problems with submitting to God once we came in contact with the Caucasian that wanted to make slavery, that wanted to promote and produce slavery. We came into came into contact with that Caucasian and the ones that support and benefited off of it. That's the only time we came in. That's the first thing they did is say, take Islam away from them, beat it out of them. Why? Because they know you're going to stand up for right. They know commercial slavery wasn't right. They know you'll stand up if they leave you alone. They let you follow your nature. Your nature going to tell you you're supposed to be a free man. This dude, how you going to call bullshit on somebody? Here's a dude that threatened to ARP a 6 and 7-year-old, not white girls, not Asian girl, black girls. He threatened to ARP a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 7-year-old little black girl. I ain't forgot about that. Oh, Clarence, just let it go. Why? He ain't letting shit go. Oh, he don't have to let nothing go, right? I've seen all these people convert. You ain't seen nobody convert. You ain't seen nothing. Getting reintroduced to Islam and then repicking it back up after you've been scarred with the wickedness of this world. That's hard, man. Our people having a hard time. Our people didn't smoke no cigarettes. They got to be reintroduced to healthy lifestyle. They always lived lifestyle. They didn't lie. They learned to lie here. Because sometimes lying meant that it was the difference between their survival. You like me having sex with your 4-year-old girl? Yeah, boss. She's yours. Do what you want with her. See, sometimes they survival lying. But now they don't have to lie. Because now they've been reintroduced to God, a living God, not a spirit. a living God that got power, right? No disrespect to no other religion, but this is our perspective. Okay, here we go. The hypocrite speaks again.
The reason why I say that and ask that, and I don't expect you to know, but you see and hear a lot about that in prison.
Oh, I ain't never in my life. I'm 46 years old. I'll be 47 May 17th. Never in my life have I seen a that was born a Muslim. He was converted.
Yeah,
It's a lie. That's a lie. I know people that I've been in the mosque with. They children and their grandchildren is Muslims. But like I said, man, we just had to be reintroduced to Islam because it was beaten out of us. But we are naturally submit to God. We naturally submit to God. That's the word Muslim means submitting. You got to just submit to God and what God wants, which is righteousness. You're a Muslim. You can call yourself Christian, but if you just submit to God, you can call yourself a Muslim. I digress.
I ain't never seen a from elementary. He was Muslim in elementary. We all ate bacon in the morning.
Because we didn't know no better. Hold on. We didn't know any better. Right? We all used to beat up our women, right? Because we didn't know no better. We thought that's how we kept control in the household, right? We all used to do like you. ARP little girls, right? Because we didn't know no better. We robbed and stole from each other because we didn't know no better. But once we get the knowledge, once the knowledge comes to us, now we held responsible for what we know.
We all had pizza parties with the pepperoni on the pizza. And that's all we had was pepperoni and cheese. I remember.
Little gummy snacks.
I remember when we was in juvenile, you ate the pigs in the blankets when we was in juvie.
Corn dog in the morning.
And we was in juvie at 14. So now when you probably got to the county, when you got to prison, by time, you know, that see, the Islam religion is so easy to be accepted because when they bring Islam to you, you're angry. The Christian have to release his anger.
Was it really God's wish to kill Abraham's elder son? Why Isaac needed to be punished by God?
The Christian can't walk away from the altar still hollering the white man because the Christian religion says there's no respect of person. So it's easy to reject the Christian religion. You think that's weak. So that's why they go pick up the Quran and still play tough. That's why there's no humility with the Muslim, with the Islam.
What? What? Homie, it depends on which Muslim you're talking to. Just like it depends on which Christian you're talking to. Just like it depends on which Jew you're talking to. You with these blanket statements. You got these super big blanket statements. This dude is an idiot, man. This dude is an idiot. Really idiot. Like, just ridiculous. All right, let's continue.
He'll still kick your ass at the drop of a dime.
Right.
You think Elijah Muhammad killed Malcolm X?
Yeah. I think he set the ball rolling. I think he indirectly had Malcolm by lifting and taking the protection off around it.
Because he benefited.
What? What you mean lifting and taking the protection off? Malcolm took the protection off himself, fool. What are you talking about? Malcolm went and did a speech at the Audubon Ballroom, and he told his own security not to check for weapons. See, people you weren't around here just don't know what you're talking about. Malcolm wasn't with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad at the time he was killed. Remember? He went across the he went to Mecca and he saw all these white people that I guess that was the first time he knew that white people was Muslim, right? Come on, man. See, when we don't know what we're talking about, we out here looking stupid. How could Elijah Muhammad not remove security from Malcolm when Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm weren't even together at the time? Malcolm had his own security service. He had his own security people. And Malcolm X, he told his own security, don't check the people. The people don't like that. Don't check them for weapons. Malcolm told his own security that. But you blaming that on Elijah Muhammad and putting that out there like that's truth, right? And if anything I'm saying, go read Malcolm's book for yourself. Go read it for yourself. Of course, Malcolm thought Elijah Muhammad was trying to start something with him. But when he figured it out, it wasn't Elijah Muhammad. Yes, it was some hurt feelings on both sides, and they were talking about each other, but that played into the FBI or the whatever alphabet group you want to say that was the catalyst of Malcolm getting eradicated. They was able to use that bad blood and sneak in under that bad blood and make that happen. But the Elijah Muhammad told the Muslim community, leave Malcolm alone. I'm going to say it again. The Elijah Muhammad told the Muslim community, leave Malcolm alone. Don't touch a hair on his head. That is what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said about Malcolm X after he left. Why? Why do you think Elijah Muhammad didn't say, y'all, let's go get him. Let's plan it up. Let's go get him. For what? His own mouth, his own disobedience was going to be his own undoing. And it was. Right? They kept pressuring him, and finally he said, okay. His own people was pressuring him. Hey, the people don't like that, check in. And then. So he didn't do it. Malcolm, he told his own security, okay, don't check nobody for weapons. Huh? Yeah, Elijah Muhammad told the church and everybody else 80, 90 years ago, you're going to have to put somebody on the door and you're going to have to check for weapons. They said, we trust God. He said, I know we do too, but we still check for weapons. He said, y'all going to have to eventually start checking for weapons. Was he right or was he wrong? Anyway, this fool don't know what he's talking about. Hope y'all ain't listening to this idiot.
The most.
John the Baptist got his motherfucking head cut off. We're talking about the king. Done a favor for the king. And the king said, I want your daughter. Man, I want to your daughter. She said, boy, if you want my daughter, I just want one thing. He said, what's that?
Bring me John.
I want John the Baptist's head. Man, I can't kill John. God damn, John is the messenger. But boy, I want your daughter. Oh, I want your daughter. And he want the daughter so bad, he said, man, I'll get John ass if you go, can I really have your daughter? Yeah, king, you can have my daughter. I have him killed by next week. And that's how John the Baptist got his head cut off.
What's that got to do with Malcolm?
Same with Malcolm.
Okay.
They was heartbroken when they found out Elijah Muhammad was fucking all them young girls, homie. Yep. And when they found out.
Who was heartbroken? Who was heartbroken? Oh, you mean Malcolm was heartbroken? Okay. I think the rest of the nation really didn't look at it that way. First of all, not little girls. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was not having a domestic involvement with little girls. First of all, Second of all, his domestic involvement with other women. Hey, many, we all know about Solomon. We all know about David. Oh, David. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right? Knowing his wives. Come on. Come on. Clarence, are you saying that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had wives? That's my understanding. That's my understanding. If you have a different understanding, please let me know. All right, let's continue.
She was pregnant. They made her disappear. Exile. She was an exile Muslim because he preyed on a little girl. Exile Muslim because they made her disappear. Them young girls, homie. Yep. And when they find out she was pregnant, they made her disappear. Exile. She was an exile Muslim because he preyed on a little girl. And they didn't want, no, homie. So when this Malcolm.
Wait. What is he talking about? What is this man talking about? What little girl that got exiled dealing with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad? What little girl? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're the one that threatened to ARP a 6 and 7-year-old little girl. You're the one who did that. But now you're throwing Elijah Muhammad into that mix. And do you have any documentation that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had, domestic contact with a little girl? Huh? No? Oh, okay.
Who Malcolm looking to. So when Malcolm find this out, Malcolm heartbroken. I want y'all to think about this, homie. The FBI watched Malcolm till he died. They never caught him with no hoe. Mm-hmm. They said this motherfucker is almost like a saint. He don't do nothing but go to the speaking engagement, go back to the room, eat, talk to Betty, pray, and go to bed. Everybody else is and sucking and having fun except this one black leader. Elijah can't have no underling like that. That'll bring this kind of shame to the leader and take over the.
What kind of shame? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's good. Malcolm wasn't involved. He wasn't, first of all, Malcolm ain't on the level of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad as far as connecting his being to the scriptures. Malcolm ain't on that level. What are you talking about?
Nation. God, right. He was complicit.
Malcolm left on his own. Malcolm left on his own, just like Dr. Khalid. Malcolm left on his own. He walked away on his own. Nobody threw him out of nothing. Well, nobody's scared of him or what he was going to put. See, this is what happens when you listen to a bad shepherd. You get bad information. You get led to bad places. None of these places he can verify with any documentation.
He was complicit. So now, homie, I don't want to hear nothing from the Muslim. If I got to find God in the book, that God.
There you go. There you go. He said, F that God. If I got to find God in the book, F that God. I didn't say it. He said it. I was quoting him. I'm quoting him. How many How many legions of young men is this so-and-so going to lead down into hell? That's the only question. That's the only question. And I hope a man just like him meets his daughter. I hope I hope she go for a man just like him. That would be sweet irony. That would be sweet justice. All right, let's continue.
Because when I was 14 years old and I was locked in this cell, and I was put in the same cell that my 14-year-old friend committed suicide in. My put himself in this cell. It's the last cell on the end. And them white folks used to put a nigga in that bitch, man. And because I was so unruly, they wouldn't give me no Bible. They wouldn't give me no Quran. How the fuck I get God now? I'm beating on the door. How I get God?
Wait a minute, who ain't got no humility? They put you in that cell? You put yourself in that cell by getting in a car with 3 other dudes and killing somebody because you didn't want to get caught robbing a store. You put yourself in their custody. Oh, man. But you thought the devil was supposed to treat you good. That's why you all over the road, dude. You think the devil's gonna give you God? Ay, man. Let's continue.
I need God because I'm thinking about suicide now. I'm scared. How do I access God? And I ain't got the book. Do I gotta wait till they give me the book to get God? I might kill myself like my nigga did. Do I gotta wait for the preacher? How do I get God? So fuck that book. And I need the spirit.
Did you see what he just said? Let's crunch up what he just said. He just said he put himself in prison in a position where the devil had total control over his life, right? And because the devil had total control over his life, and he felt that the only way he could get in touch with God was by looking in a book, not through prayer, not through sacrifice, not through meditation. He felt that he needed this book. They wouldn't give him the book. So instead of blaming himself for putting himself in the hands of his oppressor, he blamed God. He said, F that book. You heard him. This is your hero. This is your hero. This is the one that y'all think is so funny. This is the one y'all think when he threatened to kill all these Asians, or well, he didn't threaten to kill them, but he said that they should be killed just for being born Asian. When he threatened to ARP 2 little black girls, y'all just want to let that slide, right? Let that go, Clarence. That was a long time ago. Oh, but he can bring up stuff from a long time ago, though. He bringing up stuff from a long time ago. Judge not, lest ye be judged. All right, let's continue.
Spirit don't rise through the book. I can't understand this no way. So how do I get God if I can't understand this just literature? So don't men that book. And if I gotta get God through the book, if I gotta get God through the preacher, that God.
You heard what he said. You got to go and have somebody break it down to him. F that God. Okay? So just want to let you know.
He be talking some shit. You know what I want to know?
Hey,
That was the
cooking,
first
right?
time I just think I
I connected the dots. And it might not even be real, but did you put up Ryan Garcia to all this?
You goddamn right I did.
All right, y'all. That was your number one dude, Charleston White, excuse me. Charleston White. What a perfect name. Charleston White, right? He is he's the puppet on the string that they now can put on the cage or the stage at in Las Vegas, right? In the circus at Las Vegas, right? How many righteous people are on stage in Las Vegas? Well, they got another unrighteous one coming, right? And then this clown is going to be on Live Nation. Agreed to take this cat on tour. I don't know what's going on with them, man. They must be out of there. They must be out of their mind. But they don't know all the stuff that this dude has said and said, I stand behind it. He never apologized for threatening to ARP those little girls. Never apologized to the Asians for saying, hey, all of y'all should die just for being Asian. He never apologized to the rainbow community saying they're going to go to hell because they don't have no soul. He never apologized to nobody. And he said many more things. He said so much more, right? Got to figure out who you're going to follow or who you're going to spend your mental time with. If you can't spend time with somebody that can help you deal with your daily stuff, why would you spend time with them? Why would you listen to a person like Charleston White? A hypocrite, a fool. He don't know what he's talking about. He's unlearned, but he masquerading like he knows something, right? He connects truth with falsehood and gives it to you as if it's all true. That's my position on Charleston. I never really had a problem with him personally. I still don't. But I left him alone. I haven't talked about Charleston probably about a year and a half. All the videos I dropped on Charleston, I haven't talked about him in about a year and a half. But now you going in on Mr. Farrakhan? Come on, bro. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Minister Farrakhan. I wouldn't. I know a lot of other people the same way. And I'm trying to be a righteous person. I ain't perfect, but I'm trying to be a righteous person. I'm definitely in a better headspace than I was before I ran into Minister Farrakhan. Definitely got a better vibe and outlook and everything since, after running into Minister Farrakhan. But that's just me. What do y'all say? You believe anything this clown's saying? If you do, come challenge me. Come to me. I've been in the Nation of Islam since 1991. Come challenge me. Come challenge me on our history, on the history of Malcolm, on the history of Dr. Khaled. I was there when, not Malcolm, but I was there when it went down with Dr. Khaled. I was there. I was, what do you call that? I was in Muhammad's Mosque, number 54 in Compton. Dr. Khaled used to come down there all the time. He used to bring his son. His son's name at this time is Farah, but he had named his son Farrakhan at the time. Right? His son was a little boy. He used to bring him to the mosque over there off of, I think we were on Atlantic? I think maybe we was on Atlantic Drive. No, we wasn't on Atlantic. We was on Compton Boulevard, and we was right down the street from the police station. At the time, they had police. They were just transitioning over to the sheriff's department. But we were on Compton Boulevard and what's that street? Man, I forgot the name of that street. Not Atlantic Drive, the other one. Anyway, whatever. He used to come there all the time. No, excuse me. He used to come there a lot. Dr. Khaled. And he used to bring his son. Yep. I think his son probably about 9 or 10 years old at that time. Changed his name, of course, now to Farag Ray. But at the time, his name was Farrakhan Muhammad. The son. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. I ain't trying to put his business out there either. Because if he wanted to be connected to his father, he'd be connected. He would have kept his name. So I don't want to put his business out there. But anyway, yeah, if you want to challenge anything that he said and say, Clarence, he said this. What about that? Come on, hit me up. Come on up and hit me up. We'll do it. Hit me up in the comments or hit me up in a email or whatever. Let's do it. Shout out to the Danza show. Shout out to them. Hopefully I didn't offend any of them by playing this. If I did, you guys will find out. They'll snatch it. But I didn't try to be offensive. I just saw where he said so many different things that weren't true that they needed to be addressed. And Minister Farrakhan at 90-something years old shouldn't have to run around and address silliness like this. He got enough students out here that, any one of us could probably address most of this stuff like I just did in the video. All right, but beloved, study religion. Study every religion you want. Everybody has their own ideas on the start of their religion and everything like that. Don't let that hold you back, right? Don't let that hold you back from friendships with other people that are following a different path. Don't let that hold you back. Everybody's going to follow their own path that's best for them, right? Islam is not the best path for everybody. It's very harsh. It's very restrictive. So, that, if you're not a person that been in a situation where you need that much restriction in your life, maybe another religion is better. Maybe you can, come up to God. But see, I'm telling you, man, Islam is for people that are really out of their minds, man. Right? Christianity, Jesus said, when you pray on this wise, right? When you pray, right? Well, in Islam, they tell you how many times. They don't say when you pray. They say you got to pray this many times at these times. You need to be praying. Why? Why is it so much more stringent? Because the people were much more crazier. The people were much more crazier. They're much more out of sorts. They need restrictive laws. They need restrictive laws. Right? But maybe you don't need that. Maybe maybe you just had a twist and a bump and you just need to pray on God. You can already control yourself and pray to God in a timely intervals, right? Well, Islam, the way it was delivered to Prophet Muhammad was for a certain kind of people, man. It was just way, way off the reservation. Because Jesus didn't tell you when time to pray and when to pray. He said, when you pray on this wise, right? Prophet Muhammad said, no. You got to pray at this time, and at this time, and at that time, right? But you can see everybody may not need something that stringent. Some people may need, okay, I can pray. I have self-control. I know I'm gonna pray X many times a day, or I know I'm gonna pray at certain intervals. So I don't need the strictness of being told I need to pray every time a day, 5 times a day, every day. Right? Because when you really get into praying, man, you're gonna be praying like 10 or 15 times every day. You're gonna pray when you eat, you're gonna pray when you see your children, your wife, your husband, you're gonna pray. And you're gonna get so used to it, man. You don't realize you ain't doing you ain't praying 5 times. You praying like 30 times a day, right? But it's just so much of a habit with you. You just not gonna. But that's why I say, man, it's different. It's different paths to getting to God for different people for different things. That's why God don't have this one path for everybody, because He knows that certain people, some of us have different issues, and we don't need the restrictions as bad as we need. I mean, restrictions are good for everybody, but some of us can restrict ourselves. So we can self-govern ourselves. We can self-restrict ourselves. Well, some of us, we're not like that, man. We need to really, have somebody literally tell us when we need to pray. That'll work better for us. And once we get used to it, now we don't need nobody to tell us to pray, because we praying all the time. We pray for everything. But, beloved, that's me. I don't hate Charleston. I just feel like he's wrong for talking about the Islamic community, which he has no correct knowledge about. He just has his feelings. And when you listen to a man with his feelings, man, anything goes. Anything goes. Right? He is not a person who you should look to as a reliable source of information on any subject except being a clown. I don't hate him. I just don't want to see him talking about my nation, man. Don't talk about my nation. We don't. We don't talk about you. You don't come up in no conversation. You ain't never been to Final Call. We ain't talking about you. Nobody scared of you or worried about you or what you gonna say. You are the devil's toy. And he gonna use you the best way he can to get black people fighting and fussing and fighting with each other. I get that. So we just gonna leave you alone. Your own mouth is gonna be your own undoing. Watch what I say. All right, family. I don't wish nothing bad on Charleston. I hope he get a whole bunch of money on them tours, but just don't say nothing about the Nation of Islam. We good. Don't say nothing. Excuse me. Don't say nothing untrue. I can't restrict the man from not saying anything. But whatever you say, if it ain't true, I'm coming to get you. Period. Point blank. I'm coming to get you and correct it. All right, beloved. I will talk to you later. What do? Do you agree with me? You agree with Charleston? You agree with the Danza Project, the Danza Show? Who you agree with? Or do you just say, Clarence, that was just an interesting video, but I don't agree with any of you guys. Okay, that's cool. All right. Peace.